Hey y'all, Freeze Cracked here. Lately I've been scatterbrained. It's been raining a lot today and I've got some, I thought maybe I'd just do some big percussion because some people seem to think that's fun, and I may just do a little of that and not really do anything with it. But I want to talk about it a minute. You know, I have done a bunch of videos where I took a big odd shape rock and just worked it like it was destined to be a biface. And of course in Texas rock I work it down, I get to the middle, I run into bad stuff, and somebody asked me, you know, hey, why are you showing that so much? I mean, that's really probably not the best way to reduce rock sometime. And that's true, and so I decided to do a little different today. Well, I'm going to do that probably. I don't know. I didn't get a big hammerstone. Everything's wet. Actually, I have a big hammerstone. I might try and break this into two spalls. One thing, this particular rock, I grabbed it mainly because I thought it might be an interesting shape for you to see me reduce because it's big and fat. But this plane right here is kind of like a good hammerstone plane to try and hit way above the edge and hit up in here and actually try perhaps to split that thing and spall it in there. But I haven't practiced all that a whole lot. And so therefore, my odds of looking stupid on video are much higher when I do that. Not that I particularly care, but anyway. That's pedernales. But I want to show you a couple things. Central Texas stuff. I've got a whole bunch of interesting choppers and stuff that came out of an old Buffalo Hunters mid and stuff, and I've been meaning to post a video of that, but I didn't get them out today. But I want to show you some other stuff I found not too long ago. This is from Central Texas, and I thought this was really cool because what they did was they took a nodule like a pedernales, and obviously the person wanted blades. So blade here, blade there, blade there, blade there, and then little blades all across the top. And so this is not your standard freeze crack guy kind of reduction at all. It is a totally different goal. The goal was not the core, the goal was things off of the core. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Another thing over there is because they had so much rock and they had good rock, you see large stuff. I want to show you that. That's a big old, and I posted that on Instagram, I think, but that's a big old hammerstone overshot flake. But look at the size of these. And I mean, I think that the concept for a lot of this stuff was, you know, big reduction. Now this has been secondarily worked into a tool like a scraper. Whoever did this was good. I mean, you know, they took the one flake off, and then they took the second flake off, and they got a nice thick perfect piece to hold in the hand and refine the edge to make it a semi-duckbill sort of scraper there. It's pretty cool. This one also, you know, again, it took a big flat flake off a core and refined it, and they got a big flat thing with a working edge on it that they could do all kinds of work with and keep resharpening. Unifacial resharpening is more conservative of width and stuff than bifacial, and so, you know, you just keep doing that and keep using it. And this is a really good spall that was done so well. You see power, you see nice big control. You see good control of the material, and you ended up with a really good spall with nice contours to it. And maybe this stuff isn't of interest to everyone. I don't know, but it's really interesting to me. I love studying lithics. I think it's really interesting. I like to think, I just saw this back on my rock pile, and I like to think I didn't take this test flake. I don't remember, you know, I don't know where I get stuff. I forget because I get too much stuff and all. But this is interesting. Obviously old. Got some big reduction here, and again, it looks almost like they were just trying to take flakes off for use. But here, you know, is one of the things I say is flute early, flute often. big, powerful end shot coming up into there and rippling out and sinking down a little bit. You know, I still believe that one of the primary difference between a lot of modern nappers and a lot of the old boys is the heavy understanding and use of support. Been talking lately with people and doing stuff online and all, talking about some finds involving really small stuff. Little midlands. My son has a levy midland, that, whatever you call those things, East Texas midland, that we found a couple of years ago, and some other little stuff, a little folsom, little different things. And what is fascinating about that stuff is the support issues and the fact that the work on this stuff looks like punch work to me. Small punch work. You know, and if you imagine trying to control little bitty things and still take bold, powerful looking little flakes with sinking terminations and this kind of stuff, it's another, and again, I don't know where I got it, but to me it looks like a couple of shots across it to get blades, and definitely here a couple, you know, 3 shots down in there, hinging out. I think the person wanted little blades because you know, this shows control. This shows a knowledge of flaking. See stuff taken off here too. So I don't believe the person hit into a concavity 3 times because he didn't realize what a concavity is. I think he wanted 3 little blades for something. Can I prove it? No. Am I overreaching on my hypothesis? I don't think so. I don't think so, because, you know, again, the more you do, the more you kind of come to innately understand, you hope. Anyway, so maybe I'll break a rock. I wanted to show you, well, I messed this up, but the other day I did this. I hit above the edge, well above the edge, more or less straight in on this to get a flake to make a point out of. So, you know, I like to try and practice that stuff, but I just really not very good at it. I've mentioned this before, I think, but you know, one of the things about the old boys is they didn't intentionally work bad rock. There were a lot of them that didn't have any choice. But you know, I intentionally work bad rock, which makes no sense, but there's a whole lot of difference between rock from different places. You know, this is a river cobble, and this spent a little bit of time in a river also. 2 different rivers, and the rivers are, you know, a couple hours apart, and this is going to be a beast. All this stuff needs heat badly, and it's so tough that when you try and skin it to cook it, if you want to cook it, you still just about break your arm. This stuff's pretty sweet and works pretty easily. I want to see if I can, of course I'm going to ruin my, well, it says it's going to ruin my concept of, I want to see if I can break this into a, this is not going to be pretty, y'all, because I'm trying to rough this up to get a lack of slipperiness. So I'm going to try and hold the back edge as tightly as I can and hold it down like this, and what I want to do is strike above this edge on a plane here and see if I can break it open. But I haven't practiced it a lot, so let's see what happens. Nope. Not even sure if the hammerstone's hard enough. Nope. Well, Spalling hammer, this isn't hard enough, and I'm not accelerating it fast enough, and I'm not holding it tight enough. Other than that, concept is great. Let's see. Got to use enough gun. The hardness of it is an issue. I could try and do it with this, but then I'd be messing that up, and that doesn't have enough mass. What to do, what to do. Maybe I just won't do that and just go ahead and work it. I probably put force cones in there. Let's check. God, this is a stupid video. Okay, we'll check and see if I put big old force cones in there or not. So now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to create a spall. I wonder where my hammers are. I need a 3-pound hammer. I've got like a 7-pound hammer or something, and I can't wield it quickly enough to do what I want to do. It's a pain in the butt when you're not strong. You need a bunch of strength. I'm just gonna do my usual crap. But see, that's not good for anything. It's bowed because of the support I used, and it isn't thick. I mean, you could make, well, there went a bird point. Okay, 2 hits and got that side skinned. Does that redeem me at all from that ugly other crap? 3 hits and got the side completely skinned. Maybe I should just edit out that first part. Blade, anybody? Now, I used a little bit different support on that. I didn't want it to curve a whole bunch like those earlier ones. So what I did was I kind of had it on the front here and holding support back, and I tried to hit straight inward and not put downward support on or anything like that would cause that thing to go like that or break. You know why this held together? It held together because I'm hitting on a real good platform, and because I used a large enough, soft enough, and not swung too fast percussor. And so the energy delivered into it was plenty to initiate the crack. But look, it's not a huge bulb. The energy was plenty enough to precipitate the crack and make it run. Because of the back edge support being strong enough, the crack had plenty of resistance, like cycling a semi-automatic slide on a semi-automatic weapon. You know, you got to hold the gun tight so it doesn't jam. It's kind of like that. Hold this tight, and so then this runs without as much force as you would have to hit it with if it's loose. If you just laid it like this and hit it hard, you'd have to hit it much harder, and you'd probably blow the flake up. But if you blow your flakes up much, then probably you need to step up a size in your percussor mass and slow down the energy delivery into the thing. Use more energy, slower. If you're blowing up the edge, your platform, you're not getting the edge strong enough. I mean, you can try the more energy slower, and you can see where I swung on that up here. Hit a little high. So I'm going to keep that blade forever as a memento of our time spent together today. And once I do something like this, I start thinking about, well, what I'm going to do over here. Well, we've got concavity here, weird shape and everything. Probably is not real great in the center of this, but I don't have much choice. I can't work it towards this side very well. I mean, I can a little bit. So you start looking at it and you're going, well, what? Again, the discussion is always, what are you going to lose? You're going to lose width, you're going to lose length, you got to lose something. I can keep going downward, but if you see this from the side, you can see the bow. So what I really, in a way, would like to do is I would like to lose some of this weight on the ends is a primary consideration. And I think what I'm going to do here is go ahead and hit one more along this corner and turn that edge over a little bit, because either I got to get this up and bop over here and take that off, or knock this down and bop over there, because I want to cut this off. Definitely need that gone. I think I'll just hit over here one more time and see what happens. I'm putting it on the edge here. You can, if you want. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I said before, I do believe that abrading a ridge does something. I think it makes flakes run a certain way. I didn't do that very well. I don't know why I choked on that like I did. Okay, I'm going to cut these deltas off and raise that and get rid of some of the square edge at the same time. Raise it up to where I can start maybe doing something there. Okay, see those deltas are gone, and you can get a little bit rid of the square edge. And see, I didn't turn it too much. I didn't come way up here. I came here. So the center line is still in there, so I haven't lost length. Okay, I'm going to come right back.